When you say events, what do you mean?
Oh, slamming on the brakes, accelerating too harshly.
Lead foot.
Yeah, lead foot, exactly.
Hi, this is Katie Fehrenbacher from the Green Overdrive show, and we're here in the offices of GreenRoad, which makes kind of a backseat driver type application for fuel efficiency and safe driving. And this is Patrick Burtis, the CEO of GreenRoad. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So tell me about GreenRoad and what you guys are doing here.
Well, GreenRoad is trying to solve a really big problem, which is bad driving. A pervasive problem which everybody's familiar with, especially if you commute around here. Bad driving is responsible for, we believe, 90% of accidents and up to a third of fuel emissions in the vehicle. We found a way to actually influence the way people drive and improve that driving, make them both safer, more efficient, save money, and help the environment.
How does it work?
We put a piece of technology in the vehicle that actually measures about 120 different driving maneuvers. So if you're swerving in and out of lanes, stopping harshly, accelerating, actually deciphers those maneuvers, scores them for risk, gives real-time feedback in the vehicle to the driver, and then records all of those events in a single place where you can log on later and see the types of driving that you're doing. Your fleet manager could log on and say, you know, Katie's my worst driver, and these are the types of maneuvers she makes, and here's where she makes them, here's when she makes them. I can help coach you down to become a much better driver.
I'm a pretty bad driver.
Are you? Okay. Well, you're not alone, apparently.
So it's a little computer, basically, and it's got a wireless connection that sends the information back to the company.
That's right. So accelerometer and GPS in the vehicle sends the data back through cellular network to a central server, so you can then log on and look at your entire fleet.
And companies can actually save significant money through saving fuel costs, right?
Absolutely, both fuel and safety. So we typically see about a 50% reduction in crashes when we implement GreenRoad, which is, you know, massive. And you think about the cost of the crash, vehicle out of service, reputational risk, plus the insurance premium, as well as between 5 and 15% on the fuel efficiency. Now that may not sound like a lot, but if you're a vehicle driving 50,000 miles a year, for instance, at 5 or 10 miles per gallon, that's a very significant number for fleets.
Yeah, so 5 to 15% like per car, per company.
That's right. Yeah.
And a little thing to know about you guys is you're actually backed by Al Gore's investors, right?
And Richard Branson. We've
and
got
Richard Branson.
Two very high
okay.
profile. Yeah, we actually have 6 great investors.
Can we go test it?
Absolutely.
So Patrick, this is your personal car we have installed.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, and how does it work? Where is it?
Okay, so the device I spoke about earlier with the telematics product in it, the GPS and the accelerometer, is under the hood. And then we have a display here, which has a red, yellow, and green light. And then we have an antenna here for the cellular network. So as I'm driving, it's processing events. If it records a risky event, it sends it up through the cellular network back to the server.
Tell me how it works.
Yeah, so as we're driving, you'll see the lights come on in the display. As you make a risky event, it'll send you flash a light at you. And as you're driving, it's compiling a score over time. So if you're having a safe trip, you'll have a solid green light. If it's a risky trip, you'll be having a red or yellow light.
Okay.
By the time we get back, if we do a short trip and you make a lot of bad maneuvers, I'm sure that we'll see a red light by the time.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to start off just by driving like a normal person, I guess.
Yeah. Why don't we go out on the? I'll suggest a couple of things we can do. So you should see a green light. You do now.
Yep. Green light is on.
Yep. Okay. Why don't you cruise up to that stops to the red light, and if it's still red, just slam on the brakes.
Okay. So right now we're in the green mode, but we'll go up here, and then we'll go.
Yeah, that got you a flashing yellow light.
Oh, I'm getting a flashing yellow.
Is that your normal driving style, Katie?
No. Yes. Okay. Brakes. Well,
so that might not have been hard enough.
Yeah,
but if you were going a little faster, so take a right here. If you want to step on it again.
I'm totally gonna get a speeding ticket.
Right.
Oh, there's the flashing yellow.
And again, you got a flashing yellow.
Didn't like that.
We'll find. Let's see. What's a good place to do a cornering maneuver?
So if I slam on the brakes, I might get a red?
Yeah, but really hit it.
I don't want to kill your car.
That's okay.
All right, here, watch out, Chris.
Okay.
No.
So there,
It still wasn't even that bad. That's so lenient.
Well, as like I said, you can calibrate it however you like.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm getting. I have to say though, I do get some red.
Oh, there's a red.
Okay, so now you've made enough bad maneuvers in a single trip that you're now having a red trip.
So after you drive around, all the data gets transmitted wirelessly, and then you come back to the laptop and you see kind of how well you drove that day.
That's right. So as a driver, you can log in and see your own trip. Or as a fleet manager, I can log in and see 30 drivers and click down on an individual. So what are we looking at here? We've got basically my score per week over the last number of weeks. I've had a mix of green and yellow. This is mostly commuting driving. Here's my current score, which is 11 out of 100. And then what are my sorts of events that I need to work on? I guess I'm happy to say that I'm actually green on all events, but typically for me, braking events would be an issue. So as I'm driving through the city, for instance, tailgating or driving too close to people. As a team, you can see your entire team here and how they're scoring. And then you can go down into individual trips by day and see, how have I done on each of these.
All right, Patrick, so I'm going to wait till your consumer application comes out, and then I'm going to start using it myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to actively try to be a much better driver.
Very good.
After our interview.
Well, we'd be happy to put one in your car if you like.
Thank you so much for the
interview.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. I appreciate it.